Sky High Farm is dedicated to creating pathways towards food sovereignty through ecologically sound and responsible practices. I am a board member, but I'm also co-founder of Sky High Farm Universe, which was a brand built to fundraise for and generate advocacy on behalf of the nonprofit Sky High Farm. The brand really seeks to create a touch point within popular culture that will allow people to engage with the farm's work on a much larger level. So much of working in this space is being informed and educating yourself about what it means to truly do the work. My team is here for a day of brand immersion where we will harvest and learn from the farm team here. Everyone is interested in the farm's work, and when they have the opportunity to engage with its space, its staff, the mission is very compelling. It's only through collective action and unity where there's a groundswell of desire and passion and advocacy that we can affect real change in the food system. So we're very fortunate at Sky High to have convened a group of board members who are actively steeped in food sovereignty work within their various capacities. It's a very diverse group of people that come with different lived experiences, and it creates a very sort of special intersectionality.
We're made up of experts, people who have an understanding, a personal relationship to the work that we do, people that come from the communities that we're focused on supporting. For the boards to have a real understanding of those experiences and those lives, I think, is the thing that allows us to have the most success.
Usually when I tell people I grow fish, they give me a weird look. And they go, where? I go, in Brooklyn. Brooklyn? Are you sure? Yes. We raise freshwater fish and a variety of vegetables, herbs, flowers in a recirculating ecosystem. The point with aquaponics and this type of farming is that you are not polluting the environment with the fish wastewater. Instead, you're recycling it and using it to grow plants. We grow the fish for donation, so we distribute them to community fridges around the city, and then we also incorporate them into culinary workshops on the farm and also make them available to chefs who do dinners on our farm as well. One of the reasons I love Sky High Farms and the work that they do is because they're thinking critically about, increasing food security for folks who don't have access to a lot of food.
We opened La Morada because in parents' story, they were indigenous that migrated from what they knew, which was their homeland, and what they knew was farming. There's a lot of people that have that same story, that migration story of, coming here and then not being able to afford a place to eat. And so to avoid that, they opened this place called La Morada, which in translation means a dwelling place. So a place run for all and by all and for all. What we do here is that we serve anyone, no matter what your income is. We're gonna give you a plate of food, even if you don't have the money for it. So in the coronavirus, Dan from Sky High Farm actually reached out to La Morada, and it was to donate produce. And so when Dan reached out to me and said, hey, can you be part of the board member? It was an easy yes, because why not support an organization that is doing already exactly what my life mission is, to feed people, to make sure that food is not going to waste, but it's actually being given to the people that are in need.
We're just here to feed the people because we love the people. I feel confident, I feel optimistic, and I'm very excited to be a part of this movement. Ghetto Gastro started, me and my buddy Lester. We always had a kinship and were passionate about food and thought it'd be good for us to take our upbringing, being from the Bronx, his training and fine dining, and create a new language and a vernacular with food, using that as a medium to reclaim our stories, being from the Bronx, being of the Pan-African diaspora. We make sure it's a clean label, ethically sourced, traceable. Dan and I met in LA. We were both interested in food manufacturing. We started sharing information, sharing resources, and as he formalized the C3 aspect of Sky High, he asked me to join and I couldn't resist. I'm optimistic because I feel like really smart people, passionate people with great ideas and tremendous work ethic are aligning with each other to fight the power and do good work. You know, Future Earth, Sky High Farms, like a lot of folks, Converse, like people are getting together and supporting. A movement starts brick by brick. It's one foot in front of the other. We have a good group of people, a great community built around certain initiatives, and I feel like as we do the work, we'll make change. It's incremental though, like things don't happen overnight.
I think 10 years ago when Sky High started, there was no expectation of growing into the organization that we are today. But at the same time, I think this has really been sort of like a natural evolution of the work that we do, and everything has been iterative and a response to a need that we've identified.
We just recently purchased a 560-acre property. We're going to transition our operations onto that land over the next few years. It's going to allow us to, grow more food, donate more food, be a bigger part of conversation around local ecology.
One of the things that we've identified as a major issue in the region is access to land. The long-term vision for the property is really focused on building a farm business incubator.
We'll be able to bring in people who have an idea of a farm business to launch, and we'll be able to create a support system for them to do that and work with a group of other farmers who are doing the same thing to achieve their common goals. The real intelligence that I think our organization will offer long-term will be through that network of farmers that we're cultivating relationships with.
We see the future of farming in the Hudson Valley as having an opportunity to flourish. This being a sort of catalytic moment for people who participate in the program to really build their businesses to the point where they're prepared to find their own piece of property, and perhaps through Sky High Farm grants or through the network that we've developed in the region, transition onto their own property and continue building their business for the future of the region and of agriculture writ large.